Hello and welcome everyone to this auction video for this Land Rover Discovery on a 07 plate. I've had a drive up and down Old dual carriageway and I can confirm it's a nice drive. This is a 7-seater auto. It does have some faults. There's not really much damage on this exterior wise. Body damage, a slight dent there showing up, I can just see there. But yeah, not really much to report in the way of damage. Another tiny little dent there, nothing much going on here, not many scratches or dents or anything like that. We have, let's go inside here, got a little brake on the seat here, electric seats, etc. We've got, let's start it off with the main points here. So we've got a mileage of 159,641 miles. And let me take you through the startup sequence. So it comes up with a message saying the coolant level is low. I've checked the coolant level. Coolant level is absolutely fine. So I don't know if there's a problem with the sender or something like that. I've had this car now running actually probably getting on for about an hour and a half, I would say. Because I came to it this morning, it had a flat battery, so I left it run for about half an hour. I've done a road test and been cleaning it. So yeah, let's see what else we can get to come up here. So handbrake is off. There was a few notes that come through on this vehicle when it was traded in. There was a problem with the tailgate. So the tailgate wasn't working. There's also some issue with the brakes, although I've not actually found really much going on with the brakes at all. So the tailgate is missing the controls here for releasing it. But if we press this, we can get, oops, we can get it up. There we go. It comes up, no problem. And the back of the tailgate comes out there as well. So yeah, it's just not operational, because the actual mechanism there is faulty. Now I don't know if one of these was a broke one, maybe this was a broke one and this is a replacement one, or maybe this is broke as well. I'm not sure, to be honest. I've not played with it, so yeah, that needs looking at, but it is still operational. There is a nice floor mat there as well, which covers the whole area, but I thought I'd get the seats out. I'll give you a proper walk around it. I just wanted to point out those issues. Let me see if there's anything else. Hold on a sec. Okay, so I've just gone through the notes. There's also an issue with the sunroof here that has been sealed up. Let's see if I can have a look. So that's been sealed with silicone sealant. So this part of the sunroof is not operational, but obviously you can still see out. It also says there's an issue with the keys. I can't actually say I've had much of a problem with the keys, but there may be an issue with the keys there. And it just says that there's also an issue with the brakes. You can see that the caliper has been replaced, but it does say on the notes there's an issue with the braking sensor, saying there's an issue with the brakes, but I had no issue with the brakes when I was out and about. So it's had new calipers front and rear. Let's just check all round, make sure they've all been done. So that one, well, it doesn't look like that one's been done. It's painted black, and that one's painted black as well. So maybe two new calipers on the driver's side. So anyway, let's give you a walk around and we'll see what other damage we can find. I've tried to cover things as much as I can from a standpoint of any faults, but I think overall actually this car still looks quite nice. It's had a quick wash on our wash bay, could definitely do with some more attention, but it does actually still look quite smart. I've not checked the reversing sensors, so I need to check things like that. And I did have the electronic suspension in function as well, and it did say there was a fault, although this car did actually raise up and down when I pressed the adjusters. So yeah, I don't know guys, I'm not a mechanic, so this vehicle does have faults as such. Exactly what, I'm not 100% sure. So let's have a look around it and have a look at the condition of this vehicle. So I've taken photos of everything. Please do study the photos for a more in-depth description. Okay, right, so let's see what else we can see. Nothing really going on here, nice and clean and tidy. Some stone chips and a bit of dirt here. It's been sat around the compound overnight. stone chips on the bonnet, I would say. A few bits of dirt there, a little bit of something going on here, a bit of paint missing, a bit of contact there. Front of the bumper, rest of the front of the bumper looks good. Fog lights are misted up, but they do still work. A little mark here on the arch. Mirror's a little bit marked up, but nothing crazy. A few little marks on this side, little scratch here on the bottom, a few light scratches going through this passenger door. What else have we got here? A few little kind of marks and chips going on the rear passenger door. This rear panel is looking good. A few little marks here on the back, some scratches here. The tail lights are looking nice. There's a little bit of a scratch here, but no break in that light casing, which is good. The back of the vehicle is looking nice and tidy, and this rear tail light does have a crack in it, but otherwise from that it's looking good. So what else we can see? All looking good here. Nothing really much to report. That little dent there, which I pointed out earlier, tiny little dent. Passenger door is looking tidy as well, and the driver's door has a few little kind of, it's got a little scratch here, yeah, a little scratch there, a few little chips going down through the entrance area, a few little marks around this area, some scratches, and just some general kind of marks and wear and tear on that door. This mirror is looking good, so let's have a look in that back area again. Do it again. And yeah, as I said, supports its weight, no problem, and the tail still operates, no problem. And we've got nice leather 7 seats inside. Could definitely do with a bit of a clean up in here, but yeah, I'll leave that to you guys. It has been on our wash bay, but could definitely do with some more attention. Everything appears to close down, and I didn't get any warning lights re those rear doors while I was out. Let's have a look in the back here. I've got some of my bits and pieces, so please ignore those. So door cards looking good. Let's start it up again. Sorry, I didn't have it running. Hold on a sec. Okay, so I'm going to start it up again with you guys just to show you any warning light startup sequence. And that is it started. I'll disengage the handbrake, and that is off again. We just got that message coming up, coolant low, but nothing, I haven't had it overheat or anything like that at all, so no real problems there. Anyway, let's get back to the rear here, the inside. So as I said, all looking good here. The window does work, maybe it's on a lock. Yeah, it's on a lock. Okay, so window works, all good. Don't know about any of the rest of this. I guess it's for radio and stuff. I've not tested any of these bits and pieces, but the interior is looking good. Please excuse my bits and pieces, but yeah, let's move around. We'll have a look at the other side, move all this over out of the way. Oh, actually, let's also show you the back seats here while we're here. All seems to operate normally. Again, it's a little bit dirty here, but the seats go up, no problem. And we've got access there to those rear seats, and the condition of the rear seats look actually very good. They look almost new. Sorry for the glare there, but yeah, all looking good. Let's get that back down, and then we can have a look at the other side. Way, apologies for all my stuff. This has also got heated seats in the back here. I've not tried any of that. A bit hard to gauge it today, it's quite a hot day. But anyway, let's see what else we got. Door card again, looking good. And electric window, that works, no problem. As I say, all looking quite presentable. A little bit grubby here and there, some few marks on the seats. But yeah, that's that. Let's have a look in the front. Again, we've got a bit of a broken speaker there. Windows work, no problem. And interior all looking good. A few marks here on these seats again, but the electric seats appear to work absolutely fine. No problem with that. So that appears to be good. I've checked all the mirrors as well. They all seem to be working no problem. Let's go around to the driver's side. Okay, so we've got electric mirrors. I've checked those, they work. This electric window works as well, no problem with that. And yeah, as I say, we've got a bit of a hole in the seat here, and the seats appear to work fine as well. And let's hop in. Pretty much seen in here already, but I'm going to be thorough with this one, guys, because I don't want any misunderstandings on this one. So we've got where's our mileage? As I said, 159,641 miles, and yeah, no other fault codes flashing up at the moment. We've got sat nav, etc. all here. Aircon, I've not really had a chance to test that at the moment. And yeah, all these controls, it did, when I try to adjust this, it does come up with a special programs off. So maybe there is some kind of, oh, it does kind of seem to go through actually. Program selected. So maybe it does work. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not really that familiar with this, and it has thrown up a few faults here and there. So yeah, and the height of this vehicle, again, it is going down. No fault coming up at the moment, and going back up. I think that's it, it's at highest point, and again we've got no fault at the moment. It did throw up a fault earlier though, so I don't really know if there is an issue, as I said, with this vehicle or not. So let's have a look under the bonnet. Already had a look under here, and it is quite clean and tidy. So there we go, all looking quite good. As I say, coolant level is looking fine, even though we're getting a message that it's not. So maybe there is a sender issue, I'm not sure. But nice and cool in here, not hot or overheated or anything like that. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else going on. So there you have it, guys. A bit of a complicated video, but I think this one's still a nice one for someone. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed today's video, and happy bidding.